The coastal plain of South Carolina is an ecologically rich landscape, stretching from inland sandhills to the coastal marshes along the Atlantic Ocean. This vast expanse, characterized by its flat terrain and diverse wetland systems, harbors a mosaic of unique habitats. Among these, the longleaf pine forest, cypress swamps, and mysterious Carolina bays create a haven for an extraordinary array of wildlife. Here, hidden within this intricate ecosystem, lives one of nature's most elusive and fascinating creatures, the gopher frog. Adapted to thrive in the isolated ephemeral wetlands and sandy soils of the coastal plain, these remarkable amphibians face a perilous existence. Gopher frogs are now teetering on the brink of extinction, mainly due to the loss of seasonal wetland habitat used for breeding. But hope is not lost. Through remarkable collaboration efforts, dedicated biologists and conservationists are employing innovative strategies to give these amphibians a fighting chance at survival in the wild. The life of a gopher frog begins in the temporary wetland pools of South Carolina's coastal plain. These ephemeral wetlands, which fill with water during the rainy seasons, provide a perfect nursery, free of fish predators for the frog's early stages. As adult frogs, their journey then leads them to xeric habitats, such as the sandhills. In the sandhills, adult gopher frogs will commonly find refuge in stump holes and burrows made by other animals such as another sandhills resident, the gopher tortoise. This commensalism with the gopher tortoise is vital as it offers the frogs protection from predators and harsh environmental conditions. Gopher frogs are distinguished by their stout bodies, large heads, and mottled brown or gray skin. They're nocturnal hunters waiting at the mouth of the burrow to ambush for insects and other small invertebrates that venture too close. Unfortunately, gopher frogs face environmental problems in South Carolina, mainly due to habitat loss and habitat degradation. These temporary wetlands where gopher frogs lay their eggs and tadpoles develop are increasingly rare, leaving fewer safe havens for their early stages of life. Additionally, the loss of the longleaf pine ecosystem, a critical component of their adult habitat, has compounded their troubles. The reduction of these forests disrupts the delicate balance required for their survival. In response to the threatened gopher frog populations, a remarkable collaboration has emerged between Riverbanks Zoo and Garden, the South Carolina Department of Natural Resources, U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service, and the University of Georgia. This concerted effort harnesses a major conservation initiative known as a Head Starting Program. It all begins with SCD&R collecting vulnerable gopher frog eggs from temporary wetlands. These precious eggs are then transported to Riverbanks Zoo and Garden, where they are nurtured from tadpoles to metamorphs in the Darnell W. and Susan F. Boyd Aquarium and Reptile Conservation Center. Once sufficiently developed, these frogs are released in underground refugia and on the wetland edge to mimic natural metamorphosis and dispersal. To better understand the habitat needs, dispersal, and survivorship of these small frogs, a new collaborative project emerged to assess and compare gopher frogs that are hard release versus soft release. A hard release is simply releasing animals directly onto the landscape where they can move freely and adjust to their new habitat. Soft releases involve releasing animals into large pens on the landscape, where they are safe from predators while adjusting to their new environment. Soft releases for other species have shown that animals tend to remain closer to the release point, which is ideal for reestablishing or augmenting declining populations. better understand the effectiveness of this strategy, both hard and soft-release frogs are outfitted with radiotelemetry transmitters, essentially frog backpack locators. Additionally, these frogs are given a head start with their very own burrows. The soft-release frogs are released in a total of 18 pens, each housing 3 frogs. Over the following weeks, both groups will be tracked and closely monitored. Tracking is done using telemetry antennas. Biologists will listen closely for special frequency signals to pinpoint the frog's location. To help check on the well-being of some of the more settled frogs that have managed to find a burrow, a specialized burrow camera is deployed for a closer look. This study will help researchers better understand survivorship, movement, and habitat use between frogs that have been released directly into the wild with frogs that are given more time and protection to acclimate. The hope is that one day, this endangered frog will have a better chance at survival in the wild.